Hello and welcome back to another instalment of Northern Coins. I greatly appreciate you watching these uploads, and if you do like what you're seeing, please smash that like button. It really does help the channel to get these uploads out there. And if you haven't already, which quite a few of you don't, please consider subscribing. So what's today? In some respects it's a way of going off the thumbnail. It's a bit of a dark one, but not that dark. You can either agree or disagree. By all means, if you do, I'll obviously read all the comments, and if I can, respond back to you. But as the thumbnail show says, what is real money? And what I mean by that is not the fiat money we have, the 50p's. Obviously this is an Isle of Man one, but with these ones, because of the Cooper nickel in there, what I would call real money is ones like this. And this is the 1935 silver crown. It's 50% silver, and it weighs 28.28 grams and a diameter of 38.61 millimeters. And it has a mintage figure of 714,769, and this was to commemorate King George V's 25th anniversary of ascending to the throne, so his silver jubilee. And if you go off that roughly, I mean my maths isn't that great, but it's got nearly £8 worth of silver in this one coin. So that's what I mean by real money, i.e. that, because of the silver content, will keep going up in price. Obviously silver is at, let me just get my figures, £17.51 at the time of recording. So hopefully, and it's gram wise, it's 56p. So, but this one will probably always stay 50p. Obviously it's an Isle of Man, it's worth a wee bit more, because it's a territory and you shouldn't find it in your change over there. But if it was a normal 50p Britannia, bog standard, it'll just be worth 50p. And that's what I mean by the money. What's real money? Because that will always, obviously we can't spend this at the moment, but who knows? Like I say, I don't want to come across as a tin foil hatter and going off on one regarding that, but these are something to consider buying. I mean, when I bought this, he wanted £20. I ended up getting it for about 15, so I'm happy with that anyway. But this is something I'm going to start getting a wee bit more of as well. £15, not a great deal of money. So, or fiat currency. I'll keep it at money for saying tripping over my own tongue. But this sort of thing is well worth picking up. Like I said, it's cheapest chips really at the moment. Obviously if silver goes to the moon, which I doubt it will do, I hope it doesn't, because I want to keep buying as much as possible. Maybe in the next 10-15 years it can start really to rocket, but who knows where the economy is going. But we'll get back to the economy shortly. So that's the first one. The second one is an American one, and it is the 1889 Morgan. It has a mintage figure of 21,726,000, and you have to flip it over, and right at the base it will see a letter O, and that means it's got a mintage figure of 11,875,000, and this is supposed to be 90% silver. It should weigh 26.73 grams and diameter of 38.1 millimeters. But personally, I think this is a fake. I don't think it's a Chinese one, which doesn't have any silver in. I think this has come from India, this. And I believe, going off a couple of emails I've had off a few people, they were saying roughly about 50%, so that's how they try to scam you. So be very careful if you're buying this sort of stuff. So but I've never even heard of this company as well. I mean, I've looked online about it, and MS68 stands for Mint State 68, and it should be worth a lot more than the £10 I think a year. I got it more of an auditor, but even so, I mean, you expect if it's been slabbed to be a bit easy, not that hard to probably, yeah, see what I mean, how it just fell apart. So there you go. So I mean, it's a nice coin. It's got a bit of weight in it, so I do think there's some silver in it, but I don't think it's real personally. So we're talking about real money. It's got more melt value. It's got 50% silver in it, and what weight does it? It weighs 26.73, so say just over 13 grams. So 50%. So I'd have to have that properly analysed. I don't have the thing to. I've got a magnet, and obviously the diameters I can do it, but I don't have a Sigma machine. But it's a nice coin. Like I said, I do think it's got some silver in it, but well, it's got 90% or 50%. Might even have less than that. But the majority of people have said, I've spoken to, they think it's only got about 50, and they come from India. India. So be wary when you're buying this sort of stuff as well, because I don't want you to be taken advantage of. This one is a She Must Be Obeyed, likes to collect these. This is one more we got the other day, and this is the 2009 Kookaburra. It's the 20th anniversary of the silver bullion coin, and there's the design. So it really is a nice depiction of the Kookaburra. Hopefully you're picking it up. I'll just put the light on. There you go. So hopefully it stands out a wee bit better. And it has a weight of 31.1 grams of pure 39 silver, and a diameter of 40.6 millimeters. So that's 1 troy ounce. So you'll spend, although spot price is at £17.51, you're going to be spending a lot more than £17. You got premiums and VAT on top of that. But so depending on what year it is, anything between 30 and 40, 45 pound is not a bad buy for these sort of coins, and it is a lovely little coin as well. She Must Be Obeyed likes collecting these, so I like to keep her interested in what I'm doing as well. So this is the ones we try to pick up when we see a good price. The next one, this is more reachable, I think. It's a 1933 half crown, George V, and it was minted in 1927. This, I think, lost my place in my notes. Yeah, it was minted between the years 1927 and 1936. Yeah, I've got it right. I thought I'd got it upside down then. And it has a mintage figure of 10,311,000, and it's 50% silver. It weighs 14.14 grams, diameter of 32.3, and if my maths are correct, it's got roughly about £4 of silver in it. £4.31. So it's a nice little coin. So if you're buying silver coins, up until 1919 it was 0.925. After that, up until 1946, it would be 50%. So I am going to start collecting a few of these, I think, to make a few, get them into a tube like I do with my Britannias. So I've got a few more Britannias delivered, but the bog standard, you've seen one, you've seen everyone. So when I've got a few tubes, or I've filled a tube up, I might show it, but at the moment I don't think it's worth it showing it. There's that one, and the last one, which is a pretty good necklace one actually. whether or not it's been cleaned or it's just been kept somewhere. This is a 1940 half crown, George VI, minted between 1937 and 1946. It has a mintage figure of 17,948,439. Again, silver of 50%. It weighs again 14.14 grams and diameter of 32.3 millimeters. And same again as it has with the George V. Roughly about £4.30 of silver at the moment. So these sort of things, like I said, not sure about that one. I'd have to get a machine to figure it out, see if it really is or what content of silver it's got. But I think that's a fake. Like I said, these are well worth buying. These coins, you can pick them up at most car boots, next to nothing. Obviously try and get them as cheap as possible. I think it was £15 I paid for that, for nearly £8 worth of silver. So, and he wanted £5 each for these, and he knocked off £1 each, so I got them for £8. So I'm quite happy with that. That one, it was over 30 anyway for that one, but even so, it really is a nice one. But like I said, I'm going to delve into a wee bit more. Obviously with silver sort of hovering around 17 and a half, £18 an ounce. It's not really gone up as much. A lot of people have crying foul regarding it. For me, I'm happy with it being that price at the moment. I'm not a seller, I'm a buyer. So for me, I know it's selfish, but unfortunately that's the way the world is at the moment. I don't want to sell, but as we know, everything's going up, and even I'm having to cut back on certain things, buying the little luxuries that we like to have. But at the moment, last week, the Bank of England raised the basic rate from 1% to 1.25. The the inflation rate hit 9.1. That was a 40-year high. And what nobody ever mentions really on the news is the manufacturing cost, direct materials, direct labour, manufacturing overheads, and they're saying that that's over 22%. So that's only going to add to the inflation eventually. So me and she must be obeyed. Since around about November last year, we should have done it. I wanted to do it, but for some reason we never did. We've been buying extra food. Obviously with the rise of gas and electricity, that's took a big wedge out of our wages. But we've got we got an open fire, so we've had a chimney sweep round. He swept that out. That was actually about 30 quid, that, so it wasn't that bad. It could have been a lot worse, I suppose. And I'm going to be buying wood and coal for the next few months now. Really stock up on that, so we don't have to put the gas on when it does get cold. But just look after yourselves regarding that. I mean, things are going to get a lot tighter in the next few coming weeks and months, possibly years to come. And I'd like each and every one of you who were obviously the regular ones who comment to really look after yourselves. It really is concerning, this. But anyway, that's enough of doom and gloom. I really want to finish on a high. I don't want to be a Mr. Doom and Gloomer. So what I thought is add something to the end, and what happened on this day in history. I thought we'll give it a go, see what you guys think as well of it. Obviously this is a long one at the moment, we're coming up to nearly 15 minutes, but if you have stayed to the end, give me your thoughts on this if you like the idea. And obviously it ties in to this sort of thing as well, because who knows, it may happen as well. In 1893 the New York stock market crashed. By the end of the year, 600 banks had gone out of business. So just ties in. We all remember, what was that bank? in the early 2007, 8. Is it rock? Something when people couldn't get into the bank to get the money out. So when we get paid, we have the direct debits coming out. We know exactly what we need to have keep in the bank, and we just withdraw everything else out of it. So, and that's what we do. And obviously, if I need to buy anything on eBay, we have a separate account for that. But I am going to be taking a little bit of a back step on buying some of the coins. Occasionally I'll buy a couple of proofs, and you'll see a few coming up in the next week or so. Ones I bought recently but not filmed. But I really want everybody out there to really take care, really think about how they're spending the money. But obviously, if you're still buying coins, by all means think seriously about buying these ones as well. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a muppet on the internet. But I like to think we can all help each other out. Like I said, those ones, £4 for the £4 each. Can't really beat that. But anyway, this is Northern Coins saying bye now, and have a good day. Bye and take care.